Hey y'all, it's Brandon Adams coming up this Friday night on Peachtree TV and streaming at CBS46.com. We've got the first game of our drive for the GHSA state title as North Cobb travels to take on Buford. It's going to be a great regular season of high school football coverage, and I'm joined by Rusty Manziel, our color analyst for the game on Friday night. And Rusty, I don't think you could ask for a better way to start this season. Two great teams. I expect it to be a great game as well.
This is big boy football as you get. This is round 3, Brandon. You know, we've seen this game. This is the third year in a row. North Cobb won 2 years ago. Buford won last year. This is the quote-unquote rubber match. These two teams had this game circled all off-season, big-time programs. It's going to be a fun game.
And for a lot of our audience, I think one of the names they're going to like circling for themselves and seeing, that's the quarterback for North Cobb, Malachi Singleton. This is a guy on his way to Arkansas, and he's dynamic with his legs. We saw him a year ago make some big passing plays there as well. This is an SEC-level quarterback, which is what you need if you're going to go out there and try to beat a team like Buford.
First of all, a perfect fit for Arkansas and what they do, Kendall Browse and those guys. I can see why they zeroed in on Malachi Singleton. But ironically, it was the Buford staff that reached out to me after they played Malachi Singleton when he was a sophomore and said, listen, man, we couldn't tackle the guy. We couldn't do anything with him. He was physical, took the game over in the fourth quarter last year. He was a problem for Buford. Buford found ways to make that game, to take that game away at the end. But Malachi Singleton brings that true dual threat problem where you have to count for his legs as much as his arm.
And then on the Buford side of things, they are already maybe among the most talented teams in the state. And then you add a running back like Justice Haynes. By now, so many of the folks that read you, watch me, everybody knows the story on Haynes on his way to Alabama. But this is a player worth appreciating because what he has a chance to do for this Wolves offense this year is certainly something special.
Brandon, can you imagine the reaction around the state when everybody found out Justice Haynes actually enrolled at Buford? I would imagine that was not very well liked in some of the coaching office, especially in 7A in Georgia. But what Buford added was a dynamic playmaker. This guy can run between the tackles. He can make you miss in short area. He's got top end speed. He's got balance, vision. I personally think the Justice Haynes is the #1 running back in the country. And the first 2 weeks in that green and gold, he has done nothing to derail that for me.
Yeah, big wins against out-of-state competition each of the last 2 weeks. It was Thompson from Alabama week 1, Mallard Creek from North Carolina week 2. Apologies to Jordan Davis, of course, for that. And now it's North Cobb here in week 1 of our drive for the GHSA state title as the regular season really gets going in earnest here around the state. Rusty Manziel, myself, will have you on the call Friday night, 8 p.m. on Peachtree TV and at CBS46.com. That's where we'll stream it. We'll look forward to seeing you then on high school football here this week on Peachtree TV.